Ellie and Lilo behind me. Just playing. We're in the room, just enjoying our morning. And today, I'm excited for this topic because it's something that I usually get comments on and people normally message me about, and so I just thought of sharing some tips, or just in general the healthy habits that I've adopted through the years that definitely changed my life and made it so much better. Number one, health is wholeness. I have a quote. Health is such an important aspect of my lifestyle. I am pretty much all about that. In a previous video, Ellie even mentioned when we played the game, right? If I wasn't an actress, or if I wasn't like doing what I was doing now, I would definitely go ahead and study to become a licensed dietitian or a nutritionist in general, just because I really love learning about more and more fun and interesting ways to stay healthy, especially as an entire family, and for me as well, so that I'm able to, you know, be my best self and be well enough to take care of my kids. One of the words that I really never forget and remember is that how health is a daily practice, and it's not just like a 30-day diet or like a 1-week diet. When I talk about the things or food that I eat, I don't like referring to it as a diet. Basically, by definition, it just literally means the types of food that a person consumes. Nowadays, whenever someone says diet, it automatically is in relation to not eating so much, or eating so that they will lose weight. My goal was not to be thin or to look at the scale and lessen my pounds. It became just like something that made me feel good, made my body feel good, made my mind feel good. Exactly why my tips are just like to not deprive yourself. There are a lot of fun ways to eat healthy, and you don't have to force yourself to eat food that you hate. Cooking your own food really helps a lot, but most especially meal prepping. For me, I just find that if I meal prep all of these healthy favorites of mine, and they're just so easily accessible in my fridge, then I definitely go for that. And like, for example, keeping fruits, like instead of buying all that junk food or chips as snacks for the house, if there's fruit, I find that even my picky eater Ellie would go for a piece of fruit, like a banana, over opening up a bag of chips. My next tip is get moving. You know, physical exercise is proven to release all of those endorphins, and aka happy hormones, and, you know, contribute to reducing our stress, which in turn helps put us in a better mood and make us so much happier. And for me, finding that like that groove, getting into a groove of working out regularly has really improved my mood and my happiness in so many ways. So I feel like it really just starts within you. If you take care of yourself, if you love yourself, if you're happy with who you are, with the way that you are, you're contento, then it will really reflect. Everything else will follow. And exercise for me is such a good contribution to that. It's our minds that tell us that we can't do it. It's not our bodies. Our bodies are designed to move. And so for me, a good tip would be work out like first thing. When you wake up, that should be the first thing that you do. Ako, I'm like that because I feel parang my mind, I'm still on autopilot mode somehow. After my cup of coffee, I have the energy to, you know, walk around, clean up a bit, and attend to my kids. So, itutuloy ko na. I'm going to go for a workout before my mind realizes what I'm doing. My body's done na. My body did what it needed to do. I I've said this in my workout routine vlog, that you just find something that you enjoy. There are a lot of physical activities out there, and it could be anything. It could even be cleaning, you know? That's exercise in itself. Just getting out of the bed is exercise in itself. This goes hand in hand with, you know, eating as healthy as possible and being mindful about, you know, the food that we eat and how we take care of our bodies, because of course eventually in the long run it will we are less prone to getting, you know, all of these illnesses. And I just believe that it's better to, you know, just take care of yourself, take care of your body, rather than have to find all of that medicine and all of a cure for what's happening to you. Number 3 is early to bed, early to rise. This is something that Philmar taught me. If anything, at the beginning, I was so annoyed. Like, it was a red flag when we were together na every time, for example, he'd visit Manila, parang gusto na niya matulog, tapos ako parang, I'm still on my computer, and he's just like weirded out that I had to wait till nighttime to do all of these things on my computer. And at the time, I was like, why are you making me pakialam? I just saw it as that. Pero na-realize ko eventually na parang, oh my gosh, sobrang mas okay na ganito. As in, when I sleep early, I wake up early, I get to enjoy my mornings, I get to have, you know, these fun, she's wiping me, these fun slow mornings with my family and more time, so hindi ako rushed, and in turn it improves my mood throughout the day kasi I, you know, was able to just chill out and not have to rush or stress. I feel like that's, for him, it's a normal thing, because what he says, in the province, it's really like that. People sleep early. Second, he's an athlete, so he really is all about taking care of his body and preparing his mind for these things, for his priorities in life. When I tried it out, I realized how much sleep was such an important part of self-care. But it's something that we tend to neglect. Like, we feel like, di, okay lang yan, kaya ko to. But, you know, giving yourself the right amount of sleep and a good time to rest and sleep and doze off, it really, really does wonders. I've mentioned already that my tips for it would be just lessening screen time. When Philmar created that rule in our household, at first it was a struggle for me and Ellie, but when we saw the results and we knew how it felt already, it was something that I would really gladly do. So at home, we really try our best to only do screen time on up until an hour or 30 minutes if hindi kaya before bed. And our bedtime is as early as 8:30 to 9 p.m. Oh, and also creating a nighttime routine really helps. When I have a routine, my mind and my body also feels when it's about time to hit the sack. May mga ginagawa ako regularly na parang ritual. So that's, you know, taking a shower, getting ready, doing my skincare, and just like reading something or lying down and preparing my kids for bed as well. That's my usual routine at night. Next is practicing gratitude. I believe that being grateful is a secret to happiness, especially in this time. It's such a privilege already just to be alive. It's so hard that we may struggle and all, but there are still so many things to be thankful for. And if we focus on that, diba, parang we're more contento, and when we're more contento, we're just more happy. We're okay na. We don't need anything else. All you have to do is take a look at the things that you already have and, you know, point out things that you're grateful for. No matter how simple they are, there's still something, and that should, for me, that should be good enough. And instead of complaining or looking at all of the things that's wrong, it should be easier to just look at what you already have, or to see what you already have than what you don't. And also, I feel from personal experience, you just attract greater things. Like, I don't know if it's because, oh, whatever I attract, I like. I mean, I accept and embrace. But no, in general, I feel like you just attract greater things. You attract more of what's for you when you're like that, when you have that mindset. Kindness goes a long way. I have it tattooed on my arm because it was also one of the things that, you know, I really learned to value when I was out there finding myself. And, you know, I found that kindness, no matter to anything, whether it's humans or, you know, plants, the ocean, nature in general, animals, kindness really goes a long way. Who knows that when your little act of kindness may actually, you know, make their lives better or make their day at the very least. When we spread kindness, then maybe it becomes like a domino effect, but at the same time goes back to you, and you know, it feels great. It feels great to be kind. It feels great to be generous. It feels great to help. It feels great to be compassionate. Just feels great. Everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. That's so true. So who are we really to judge other people or to spend our time just like speaking ill of other people? Sinabi sa akin ng director ko before, Direct Gwen, rest in peace, I miss you and I love you so much. Nagbigay siya ng example and said, magkaiba kasi yung pagiging mabait sa mabuting tao. Like, it's so easy to say that, oh, she's nice, but it's a different story when someone says she's really a good person, like she's so kind. You may have a strong personality, you may be the type of person that, you know, steps on other people's toes or whatnot, or for fighting for what you believe in. Because you can be, I mean, hindi naman, you can't please everyone eh. But there's a difference between just being mabait and being mabuti. Doing these acts of kindness is a different story than just like coming off nice, smiling. I'd rather have my daughter be strong and not please everybody, but as long as she knows that she has a good heart and she's a that she's a kind person, that's what matters to me. Number 6, take the time to rest or relax. Find a therapeutic activity that you like or that makes you feel good. It could be going to a spa is quite impossible now, but you know, getting massages and stuff like that. Yeah, that's one way. But for me, personally, meditation, like it's so simple, you know. Upo ka lang. Upo ka lang, tapos ka na. Pero as a personally, parang in every vlog I mentioned this, but journaling, that's a form of meditation for me. It's really therapeutic. It's my me time, and I really enjoy because it's a chance to not only like, you know, release my creative juices and write down my thoughts, but I get to reflect as well and always like check up on how my life is doing, how I'm feeling, and maybe if there are things that I'd like to work on, struggling with, na hindi ko malabas kasi syempre it's just me and my kids. Nagagawa ko siya in my journal and it really, really helps. Maybe next time I'm going to show. Ellie also mentioned to me that, you know, one thing that makes her feel really good is painting. So I really like that. I support that about her. And she's really talented. So, galing. Ayan siya. Number 7, organize. I love it. That's something that I also just, you know, learned about myself when I got older and moved out of my mom's house when I started living alone. Pero hindi ko alam kung paano ko siya gagawin. Tapos, lucky enough, see, like, you know, you attract things that are meant for you. Si Philmar, he's such a neat freak. He loves cleaning and just like keeping everything around him tidy, even himself always put together, and konti lang yung mga damit niyan pero lahat yung talagang pinili yung quality and talagang kailangan bagay na bagay sa kanya. Ganun yung personality niya, and that really influenced me to release that side of me as well. So now look, as you can see, my room is super cluttered, but it's still morning. Don't know if you noticed, I have my cup of coffee, and so I'm not like, it doesn't alarm me because I know that I do organize. I set a schedule for it, and I clean pretty much like 3 times a day. When I get things done, it feels so good. But also just simply having that in my mind and knowing that I'm able to pull through with it, with things like that, makes me feel like, oh, I have an organized home. I have an organized mind. I have an organized life. Ganon yung feeling ko. I don't know if I'm the only one that feels that way, but hopefully be able to expound on this more, on my newfound love for cleaning and organizing in my vlog, in a vlog that's soon to come. What I want to share is something worthy of a full vlog. So stay tuned for that. Number 8 is get out there. You know, get out there and be one with nature. Allow nature to, you know, show you the way. To change you and speak to you, you know, in ways that nobody will ever be able to. Nature is like exercise, you know, it releases a lot of stress. It's a very nice form of therapy, and diba, that's why when we go on vacation or we want to take a break, we go to the beach. Vitamin D is good for us, you know. Don't be afraid of the sun. Di naman tayo susunog ng ganon. Be careful. Wear sunscreen. Wear reef-safe sunscreen. Allow it to heal you. It has a lot of healing properties. The sun, the sea, even the sand. Just, you know, go there. Go out there into the woods and you'll come out taller than the trees. That's... Okay. Say hi. Hi. That's another cliche quote that I have for you guys. That I really do believe in. I really believe in that. I mean, it changed my life. Which is why now I live on an island, right? Number 9, focus on yourself. Self-care is something that I really value because I really believe that if you know, are constantly working on bettering yourself and working on taking care of yourself, on loving yourself, and or finding ways to do that, it's easier for you to give the love that you're capable of giving to other people, to those who deserve it. Our time is valuable. We should spend it taking care of ourselves instead of comparing it to others or looking at what others have that we don't, you know? Like, let's just get busy with ourselves. When we love ourselves, when we're secure about who we are, we realize we don't have other people. They're not our competition. We shouldn't be mean to them. And in turn, it's easier to do all of the other tips that I gave you because everything is interconnected. Everything is connected to everything else. And lastly, be authentic. You know, be authentic, be you. I know it takes a lot of courage to do that, but if we let go of society's like definition or like idea of who we're supposed to be and realize that what matters is we become the people that we want to be or the people that we believe we are, it's so much easier to accept all of number 1 to 9, to do all of 1 to 9, or to figure out how you can actually achieve all of that 1 to 9 and reach the path, reach the goal, which is a goal of genuine happiness. And before I wrap this vlog up, I just want to remind you guys that, you know, who you are, you just being you are enough. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.